According to the World Health Organization, as of 2010, 50% of the world's population lives in cities. This number is expected to rise to 70% by 2050.
Living in urban areas can affect human health through exposure to degraded air and water quality, less access to green space, which decreases physical activity and impacts mental health, and limited availability of healthy food options.
And behind me we have an incised stream, as you can see, with the vertical banks and bank erosion happening down this stream. This is usually a result of flashy peak flows from flooding events or high storm events as a result of urbanization and development, and it can lead to a loss of habitat and biodiversity. It's an engineer's role to shape the urban environment in a way that holds paramount the safety, health, and welfare of the public. Biological and agricultural engineers can accomplish this by implementing green infrastructure and other green spaces over gray infrastructure, keeping site placement in mind.
The main role of green infrastructure is to improve water quality. These practices seek to mimic pre-development conditions by slowing water down and infiltrating runoff, rather than discharging it to surface water, which reduces pollution and erosion. Additional benefits from the plants include improved aesthetics, increased infiltration and nutrient uptake, and evapotranspiration.
Trees reduce air pollution by intercepting particulate matter and absorbing gas pollutants.
High-quality green spaces, like a restored stream, like this one for example, promotes a healthy environment that is good for habitat and aquatic species, which also encourages recreational activity.
This is a community garden in Raleigh that used to be a vacant lot. Most of the water that they use here is sourced from rainwater from adjacent roofs. Rainwater harvesting decreases hydrologic and water quality impacts on the watershed while also reducing the demand for potable water.
Rain gardens were installed throughout the farm to manage stormwater that runs onto the site from adjacent parking lots.
The shallow depressions from the rain gardens help to slow surface water, which increases the infiltration in the ground and the soil and reduces erosion.
An estimated 18% of the U.S. population lives in low-income areas with few or no nearby grocery stores. Urban gardens are an excellent method of providing access to healthy food while also increasing social interaction and physical activity. A density of 10 or more trees on a city block improves self-reported health equivalent to an increase in income of $10,000 or being 7 years younger. Trees along roadsides have been found to have more health benefits than in residential yards or parks.
The presence of green space in urban areas causes residents to spend more time outside and increase their physical activity. When there are more natural features present, especially trees, urban residents take more walking trips and the motivation for physical activity increases. When exercising takes place in a natural area, there is more psychological restoration than in an urban setting.
Siting is an important factor to consider, as green infrastructure will be more beneficial in places that have less existing green space. Areas that are more impervious and have lots of dead space, such as this parking lot, are excellent locations. As an engineer, it's important to include ongoing maintenance in your design and to advocate and communicate the importance of that ongoing maintenance.
Not only does this lack of advocacy negatively affect the design system, but it can also have human and environmental impacts. As engineers, we are ethically responsible to design with human health in mind. Green infrastructure and green space provide a myriad of benefits. It is important to consider these benefits when developing urban areas.